Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Neptune in the fourth house in a natal chart. Now, first off, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Neptune placements in their houses. They were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up, well, Neptune in the fourth house can be comparable to Neptune in the zodiac sign Cancer, but you got to blend in naturally the zodiac signs. Neptune in Cancer in the fourth house can be different than Neptune in Capricorn in the fourth house, as an example. Now, first off, Neptune astrology is connected with our dreams and fantasies, so there may be dreams and fantasies connected with having your own home, family, and it might be tied into real estate or doing something with home improvement or renovation. Um, it could be something associated with fourth house profession, whether it's being a historian or doing something with decorating the home, like an interior decorator, or having a laundry business, doing something with mining, agriculture, as some examples. And also, too, since the fourth house does correspond with the zodiac sign Cancer, dreams and fantasies may be pursued with a lot of dedication, devotion, and tenacity. Uh, Another thing about Neptune astrology, it's associated with inspiration. So if you have this placement, well, there may be a tremendous inspiration in matters pertaining to the home, family, doing things, introverted activities, doing things with home and family members, people you're close to home with, and expressing traditions, continuing them. It could also be maybe a lot of inspiration in establishing foundations. And you may be very inspired just in general to do things in the latter part of life. And this is also, there may be much inspiration, expressed, doing something about fourth house related, Cancer, or zodiac sign related, again, such as something with history or plumbing or laundry, home, interior decoration, some kind of cooking, culinary or restaurant work, working with food, those things you may have a lot of inspiration for. As far as food and cooking goes, it might just simply be, cooking in general, whether it would be, connected with a professional field or not. Neptune astrology is also associated with hidden adversaries. So when you have this placement, the hidden adversaries may at times, in some cases, may actually be home and family members. It could be, people that you feel close to home with. And also, in some remote or isolated cases, it may even be the less dominant parent, which is often the mother. It could be people in, Cancerian fourth house fields, whether it's somebody in real estate or home improvement, somebody that's a kind of food restaurant worker. It may even be, these people may also be, emotional, sensitive, nostalgic. They may be people that are very dedicated, devoted, tenacious. They may be people who might have a good understanding of who you are at the core as well. Now, Neptune astrology is also connected with idealism and what we could be, idealistic regarding. So if you have Neptune in the fourth house in your natal chart, well, you may be very idealistic. Idealism may be expressed at that end, that latter part of your life, more so than most people. Trying to see, the best in others, overlooking transgressions, shortcomings, defaults. You may express a lot of idealism in matters with your family, your people you're close to home with, the less dominant parent, again, which is often the mother, and also just in matters of protection. There may be a lot of, idealism expressed, having the ability to protect, or whether it's you yourself getting the protection you need. And just It could be, doing something, Cancerian, fourth house related. Again, some examples can include, plumbing or laundry, or, doing something with, home improvement, renovation, transformation. I'd say, like, if you have, even though it's generational, you could blend in, the zodiac sign as well. Neptune, so especially like if Neptune is in Scorpio in the fourth house, there may be a lot of idealism in that, that renovation, the transformation, of the home. Neptune in Sagittarius might have, be idealistic about having a very big, large, or prodigious family. Now, Neptune in astrology is also associated with things that are dissolving and dissipated. So if you have Neptune in the fourth house in your chart, this could be, something, anatomically connected with the fourth house slash zodiac sign Cancer. Whether it could be something with the chest, the breast, the ribs, or the stomach. And it could be too, there might be some, as far as dissolving and dissipation goes, you may experience at some point, matters of, emotional security, safety, protection. Those things you might feel are dissolving at some point in time in your life. And it could also be, maybe a connection with those you're close to home with. Again, the less dominant parent, which is often the mother. It might be, a situation too, with a home or family member, your family life in general. Now, another thing, and you may be more, sensitive and emotional about those things more so than most others on average. Now, Neptune in astrology is also associated with deception and duplicity. So if you have this placement, well, you may experience more deception and duplicity more so than most people, in matters, pertaining to the home, family members, people you're close to home with, even in that latter part of your life. And it might be with people that are in, fourth house related fields or profession, whether it's realtors, people in real estate, or home improvement, renovation, those interior decorators, people that are in, could be people in restaurants or, cooking, culinary work. And the thing about this is, having this placement, it could also be self-deception in matters pertaining to safety and security, maybe thinking that things, in your life, or whether it's your home, are more protected than they really are, or you have greater safety and security in those matters than what it actually is, than you actually do. Now, this placement may also increase, propensity for flooding in the home. Neptune is connected with flooding. Again, the fourth house is naturally, it's associated with the home, and also too. When you have Neptune astrology is also connected with psychic receptivity. So there may be certain intuitive prowess and ability, in matters pertaining to the home, the family. It could even be misplaced items. It may be, looking at this, as well. You may even have, as far as displacement goes, matters with your, maybe with your roots or your ancestry. It could be, things that are, related to food or cooking or culinary work. This is something to, when you have, displacement, keep in mind that, you have, Neptune in astrology. It's associated with what's nebulous and unclear, things that are obscure. So if you have Neptune in the fourth house in your natal chart, these things, naturally, things that may be nebulous and unclear, that be tied into one's roots and ancestry. It could be, family members. It could be, when you have, keep in mind that when you have, displacement too, it might even be, as far as what's nebulous and unclear, People that, you're close to home with, the less dominant parent, which is often the mother. Might even be traditions, that you're expressing, whether you're unclear whether you need to be, expressing those traditions, or whether they are traditions that are truly associated, with, your family, things of that um, nature. And just fourth house related matters in general. It could be real estate dealings, or matters pertaining to your home. It could be the value of it, as an example. And anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.